Going to be an awesome matchup here as the Red Wings are bringing with them a very high-powered offense, the third best offense in the NHL in terms of goals for average, and especially at even strength. Meanwhile, the Sharks are coming off one heck of a victory, probably their most emotionally inspiring victory of the year against the New York Islanders when they overcame a 3-0 or a 3-goal deficit in the third period to come out on top against the New York Islanders. Anyway, great to have you here. We're going to be chilling out all game long. This game will start in about 20 minutes or so. And of course, I'm joined here by my co host, Cortana, as always. And just like you know and love, she'll be getting herself some gold treats. Nick, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in, man. And nice. You matched me with emojis. So yeah, every time there's a goal or a super chat, then she gets herself a little snackaroo. Of course I'm rocking my classic Sharks teal jersey, right? The OG, old CCM Ultra Fill, of course, because that was what Jamie Baker was wearing when he helped eliminate the Red Wings back in the '94 playoffs, and one of the great upsets of that era. Afton, how you doing? Hey, almost had it against the Panthers last night. Ashamed voting for the Sharks in the poll. So you actually are going to predict the Sharks to win, huh? You know, the things have really turned around for the Sharks. They started 0-10, I think, and since then they're 7-7-2. I have no idea how they're doing that. No Couture. They of course had traded out Meyer and Carlson. They are starting a tandem of two goaltenders who last couple of years have been among the worst in the NHL, and both of them are really turning up their game quite a bit. So yeah, it's been quite fun. This game is going to hurt you. Oh, for Patrick Kane. Ethan, good evening to you. UNLV had a shooting yesterday. Oh shit. I'm terrified to hear about that, man. Bond, hey, thanks for jumping in. You are voting for the Sharks. I would probably not vote for the Sharks in this case. Detroit's got quite an offense, but the thing is that San Jose showed some really good resilience in the last game. So there you go. Cowboys are going against the Eagles on Sunday, right? Because I think isn't it like Patriots tonight? Are the Patriots playing in the Thursday night game? Oh yeah, it's Pats and Steelers, a game that we used to care about 15 years ago. Would be funny if the Sharks won. Oh yeah, it certainly would. Um, and spoil Patrick Kane's debut. Good evening, Bruin. Still is going to Super Bowl. I mean, they should be able to. That game's going to be so boring. It's going to be like probably 7. I would think about 17-6. That'd be my guess. Howdy, Jake. Go Sharks, says James. Yeah, negative chemistry with the Rangers. Yeah. Well, I mean, in the thing is that at least as the numbers go, he did show up in that postseason series when a couple other scores went cold for them. But yeah, for tonight's game, hey, let me know if you have a score prediction. I'm gonna say it's a Red Wings 5, Sharks 2. That's gonna be my score for tonight. Hmm. But yeah, we'll be of course hanging out to see what happens in this contest here. We'll see if the Sharks can continue what's been again kind of a nice surprise over the last what would that be last like 3-4 weeks probably. Yeah, Gallant had no idea what he was doing. I remember, yeah, I said it before he was hired. I said Gerard Gallant has never lasted through 3 seasons with a team. 5-0 Sharks. All right, I will. You can. I will. That's a twisted take from Vanessa. So I will send you a Twisted Wrister hoodie if you're correct. You can give me a screenshot, or you can screenshot that if you want. 10-1. You know what though? I'm not going to say you're outright wrong. Oh yeah, by the way, Nick, I've got the Ekholm. Can you see that there? It's the one on the very end. The Matthias autographed Matthias Ekholm jersey you sent me. It's going to be interesting for Kane. Oh, he's actually playing with Valeno and DeBrincat. So Larkin and DeBrincat have been split up. 6-2 Red Wings. Yeah, they're no longer the worst in the NHL by points percentage. By points percentage, we're still the worst in the NHL. But yeah, we do have more regulation wins than a couple other teams out there. Not to mention, again, like the last month has been very different than the first month. 11-0. I will name my firstborn kid Afton if that's the case. But yeah, I wonder if we'll get to see Dan, our moderator, channel moderator, and one of the longest supporters of this channel, because he's a huge Red Wings fan, and yesterday was his birthday, so this is kind of his birthday game. Maybe Tuesday was his birthday game though, because the Red Wings did beat the Sabres, so maybe they're due to take the L. How you doing, Cortana? What's good, Ethan? Hey man, sorry my Sharks had to spoil your game a couple nights ago, but it seems like that's been a bit of a norm for the Islanders, right? Leaving points on the board like that, you can't do that. But yeah, the Blackhawks are worst in the standings, and they're not showing any signs of getting better necessarily, unless Windy City Hockey is going to drop in and tell us otherwise. Maximum number of goals scored in a single game. Oh, I don't know. I think it's like at least 10-9 or something like that. There were some games like when the NHL first formed that were really high scoring, and then there were some that were absurdly low scoring too. I just remember last year there was that awesome barn burner between the Kings and Kraken, and the Kraken won, I think 9-8. Back and forth between the game. I don't think you're gonna have all that much to take in with this Steelers and Patriots game. Wild and Canucks. Okay, that's a good test for John Hines predicting scores. Well, look, your best guess is as good as anyone else's, right? 69% say Detroit. So yeah, we've got. It's fun because we've got somewhat matching drinkware here. Some games have been very unpredictable. Well, yeah, I mean, the more that scoring opens up in the NHL, the more unpredictable we get for final scores. Because in today's NHL, especially, like uh, a 4-3 game can actually be a 6-3 game, or even a 7-3 game if you like factor in empty netters. But yeah, we got the Sharks for the water, okay, and we do have the Red Wings coaster that Dan got me for the beer. So there we go. And of course, we got the Red Wings pennant behind me that Dan gave me. But yeah, I didn't see where the Red Wings are in 5-on-5 offense, but their power play, if you're looking at the ticker, wait, oh, the ticker's not even showing. Where is the ticker? That's really important. Wait, this one. There we go. So yeah, that'll tell you the core stats for each team. And if anybody's curious as to where they are with like the individual leaders for each team, for the Red Wings, the leading scorer right now, it's a tie between DeBrincat and Larkin. DeBrincat has 13 goals and Larkin has 10 goals, but they both have 24 points. Lucas Raymond up to 20 points too. That's good to see. And for the Sharks, leading scorer is Tomas Hertl by a country mile. He's 8 points better than Mikhail Granlund in second. Thank goodness the Knights won. Yeah, you guys needed to redeem yourself after the previous game against the Blues, didn't you? You had like a 4-goal period, right? 2017, the Hawks won 10-1. Oh, really? Really? That's interesting chance. You were probably like, does this happen all the time? urinating tree didn't appear out of nowhere in the Penguins Sharks game? You mean like in the 10 nothing game or the 10-1 game or whatever it was? A 5-goal period. Wow. I'm sure that we've probably already seen that from another team here and there, with how much scoring has opened up, but that's nothing to scoff at. But yeah, Tomas Hertl, 7 goals, 14 assists for 21 points. And really Hertl has looked really good. He's looked awesome, just given who's around him. And William Eklund, third on the team in scoring. I like to see that. He had the overtime winner against the Islanders on Tuesday. You missed when the Red Wings were in the Western Conference. Yeah, I missed that too. That was awesome, man. Because of course you had Red Wings versus Blues, Red Wings versus Blackhawks. You had Red Wings versus Avalanche at times, right? And even the Sharks had a great postseason rivalry with Detroit there in the late 2000s and into the early 10s. Game is blacked out in your region. A little confused. How can you watch? Well, I don't know if you have a VPN, but you could maybe try NHL66.ir. They might not be able to get around the blackout issue. I know that Trevor has given me a recommendation before too. I don't know if he'll be here. Yeah, I'll give you a suggestion there. NHL66.ir. You might be able to watch the game through there. They also have through that website. They also have like a premium subscription that will help you get around blackout issues. I think. Yeah, yeah. Just like I just can't stand blackouts for these sorts of things. It's pretty awful. Uh, yeah, I mean that's a big deal when somebody jumps ship like Kane did after so many years with one organization. I mean, it'd be one thing if he went straight from Chicago to Detroit, but in this case, he had taken some time off and he was with the Rangers briefly. So I don't think it's as big of a betrayal, but look, it just doesn't look right to you. I'm sure it doesn't look right. But yeah, this game's going to start now. Okay, I'm just going to be listening in and chatting with you guys here. Um, oh, the Leafs are your second favorite team. They play your main team on Saturday. Well, it kind of depends, right? Like, what do you want for the Predators? Because they've actually been playing pretty well as of late. So it's kind of like, do they need to get the win in regulation, or like you want a 3 point game no matter what? You want it to be decided in overtime or a shootout. In different countries, hockey isn't watchable. Oh, you mean like? Well, yeah. I mean, there there probably aren't that many options unless you just go online to see if you can find it. Oh, man. Sharks had a good early chance there. Rick, hey, what's going on? How's Idaho? It's pretty Idaho-y right now. We might get a little bit more snow, but yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to be looking out here to see when we get a an appearance from Patrick Kane. So I'll be on the lookout for him. But yeah, right now it's the top line for Red Wings. Oh, what's up, Alec? Thanks for hopping in here. But yeah, you guys are you tops in the league at 5-on-5 offense? I think you might be because you're third overall. How cold is it? It's like 36 right now. I want to say. Like I've mentioned this before. We're pretty mellow here. Like we don't really have extremes during the winter. Sometimes we do though. Hill is out because of a lower body injury. I mean, you can throw anybody in the crease there, and they'll find a way to play the best hockey of their career. So I don't think they need to be over. I mean, he's had injury problems before, but if they know to sit him down to recognize that issue early on, They'll be just fine. Uh, all right. Nico Sturm and the third line's out, and fourth line for Detroit. Just FYI. Oh, Ethan, thank you. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. That's your first super. Appreciate it, man. There you go. Oh, maybe chance in transition. Zadina. Yeah, Zadina returns to Detroit. I forgot about that. Oh, chance in front. Oh, over the goal. McDonald almost knocked that in. Ethan hype. That's what we like to see brewing. Riley. Oh, hey. Thanks for jumping in here, man. Typical game everyone has eyes on tonight, and it's blacked out. I know, right? That's just the damn worst. Okay. Do I need to switch to play by play mode? Maybe I will if that helps things. If that helps people, I'll go play by play if you want. Oh, DeBrinket? Oh man, trying to jump in the slot there. He would have had a nice open look there. Now the Dallas Stars need to win the Stanley Cup. If I were you, I'd be more concerned about the Cowboys. I am so happy though that the Texas Rangers fans their misery has been relieved uh, with Bruce Bochy, of course, one of the all-time great managers. Cortana's happy. Cortana is anticipating me giving her treats. Oh, Ethan dropping the memberships. Hell yeah, my man. Oh, let's give Cortana some goods for that. All right. Whoop. Oh, wait, where'd you go? Thanks, dude. That's killer. And anybody who got a membership there, we're going to be playing some Puck Doku on Saturday around 2 Eastern on a live stream. Happy holidays indeed. Thank you. That's very kind. You got to meet Sharky recently? Hey. Oh, on the doorstep. The Sharks are threatening with Eklund out there. Hurdle. He shoots. Ah, come on, boys. Knocking on the door early. Sharks up in the shot counter 3-1 so far. Yeah, Sharks are holding the zone well. Here's LeBanc behind the net. Oh, chance in the slot. Sturm a shot. Oh, big save. Huso at the edge of the crease off of Justin Bailey. Uh, bad news is, oh, huh. I wouldn't say it's bad news, man. I mean, the idea is, if you have an opinion about something that should be enjoyable for people and other people have different opinions, that's cool because that means you share a mutual interest. You hope the Sharks win. All right, well, that makes two of us. Actually, I mean, I like what we're doing right now. It's so weird because what do I want that number one pick a chance in front? Oh, highway robbery. Mackenzie or Blackwood just robbed Cop. Call a cop. He got robbed. Point blank, man. I'm a member. Do I win something? Yeah, you get bonus content from yours truly. So yeah, actually for the people who just got memberships, I made a video yesterday just to give you a preview. I'm working on some design, or I'm working on some mock-ups for Twisted Wrister hockey jerseys. So just kind of getting a feel for what people like. We're starting with the members group, and then we'll get something out there for the rest of the channel to weigh in on. He acts San Jose. Oh wow, he acts the Capitals. That's interesting, Rick. That surprises me. Although when every time you watch them, they lose. You know that guy? I had a bit of a streak like that for a little while. Every time I'd get up to use the restroom, yeah, the Sharks would score. So I was like, shoot, we need a goal. I'm like, I guess I better go to the Wiz Palace. Victoria, good evening to you. Matthew says, so the dog, by the way, her name is Cortana, just legit chills and watches the game. Just, well, she watches me because she's like, when do I get treats next? Right, girl? But yeah, that's the idea. Yep. And her name's Cortana, and she's my baby girl. By the way, I got to make sure I'm paying attention to see when Kane's out there. He's probably already taken two shifts. I had to definitely take a shift earlier this afternoon. Why didn't Kane sign the contract with Buffalo? Oh, I don't know what Kane was offered because the Sabres, they have a decent amount of salary cap available. All right. All right. Come on, Zadina. Zadina could definitely get a goal tonight. Uh, she needs some loving. Now, right now, she doesn't want to be pet right now. She just wants snacks. Chance, these are emojis, right? Yeah, Chance, you're right. I need to see if I can create more emojis because I have to have like a certain membership threshold, right? So it's kind of odd. It's like you have to have 50 members to add one more emoji. I think that's the most bogus thing. Um, Jesus, that sounds terrible, Rick. I hope. Well, you can ban that person from your channel. You know that. Uh, wait, what's this now, Chance? With his P4TD, yours could be. You might have to explain that. I don't know. We all just want snacks. Facts. Especially when I light one up. Definitely get the munchies with those. This is at a commercial break, but yeah, hey, the Sharks, man, they're coming out with some purpose. I like it. I like it a lot. It's crazy because again, I thought that when we started 0-10, I said, okay, I don't know if it's going to be that bad the whole season, but we know where the bar is right now, right? The bar is underneath our shoes. And so the way that like they're somehow some of these players whether that's Duclair or Granlund or Nikita Ohotiuk who came over in that Timo Meyer trade, like some of these players are just kind of coming out of nowhere and putting on a show, and they're going toe to toe against some elite talents out there, and like William Eklund, some of the way that he's developing despite not having all that much talent around him. I mean, you start to just kind of like this team and just want to see them win just because you see an exuberance to them that it's almost like they're just trying to keep a job in the NHL, and this is like their place to do that, and they're kind of on an island of misfit toys in that sense. Is that right, Matthew? Well, congratulations. And they're just replaying the comeback against the Islanders. Oh, that's right, Rally. Okay. Yeah, if you hadn't left a comment on the last video, I wouldn't even have recognized you considering it's a different account. Samantha, good evening. Thanks for jumping in here. Oh, so it's something that Grossi does on his game streams where every time the defense goes on the field for the other team, he goes to the bathroom. Oh, P for the D, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I don't watch his streams religiously. It doesn't help that he's a Packers fan, but he shows all sorts of love for everybody out there, even the Vikings. I think yeah, I think he's wonderful. Um, that's right. I yeah. So my dad had texted me yesterday, and he said, "Have you thought about like when you film yourself wearing a hockey helmet?" So I'm thinking maybe I'll try to get one, but it's got to be a Jofa. I got to get like a colored Jofa helmet. That's the only way I'm gonna do that. Are we gonna get Twisted Wrister hockey jerseys? I mean, not for free, but yes. That's what I'm working on right now. Billy says, "Love the channel." Hey, thank you. That's awesome of you. Thank you. Who's your favorite team? Yeah, Rick, man, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You know, and don't let those people take away from like what you enjoy. That's it's hard to to keep making videos if people keep popping in like that. But again, if you enjoy what you do, don't let somebody hold you back. You go into your first NHL game here pretty soon. Any tips? My first tip, that guy. That's very exciting. First of all, have I ever played Doom? Yes, I played. Not like the original, but the first one that came out on like Xbox One and PS4, and then there was the one after that, which was really good. I didn't complete that one, but the first one, loved it. So good. The music, terrific. But that guy, my biggest recommendation is when you're sitting down, make sure that your back is against the seat. I know it sounds kind of funny. People like to lean forward a bunch, and when you lean forward, that usually obstructs the view of the people behind you. That's my big pet peeve with games because the arena doesn't make it a point to really enforce that. And so when you get someone in front of you who's drunk and you're like, "Oh, hey, could you just please sit back so I can see?" Then they get all mad at you when you didn't do anything wrong. Oh, oh, nice block. Uh, hey, you like the Bruins ones, yeah, nice. But yeah, we'll be working on some Twisted Wrister hockey jerseys. Actually, I gotta show you guys something. So when I was designing these jerseys, I I have my regular channel logo, which is cool, right? But I thought, well, we also need a logo on the shoulders. And this is not the official logo. Okay. I want to make this very clear. This is not official. This is just a mock up. And Samantha already knows what I'm talking about. Um, this is something that we want to put on the shoulder of our jersey, something kind of like what you see here. Look at that. This is going to be very similar to what you see on the shoulder of the jersey. And can anybody guess what NHL team I chose this kind of design from? You've been playing Doom 64. Nice. I might have a copy of Doom 64. I can't remember. At some point, I think I did. Good to know your wife surprised you with tickets. Oh, to the Blue Jackets. Oh wow, that's not free. But of course, you picked the right gal. That's for sure. The Canucks or Oilers. Ah, well, I got that design. Here, let's see if I can pull up the source. Check this out. Boom. So yeah, I'm going to probably stylize Cortana though, so it's easier to actually produce as a shoulder patch. But yeah, I'm gonna get myself. We're gonna have. I mean, ideally, we'd have a couple of different designs available. There we go. All right. Yeah, thank you. That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought to myself, I said, "Well, how would I create a second logo for the shoulder?" And I'm like, "Well, Cortana is a huge piece of the channel, right?" Yeah, yeah, you got that, Rick. Theo, hey. Oh, yeah, Samantha, I've definitely said hi a couple times. Um, the Bruins game's on TV. All right, good for you, because blackouts on TV blackouts suck. Zetterlund to Duclair. Zetterlund, Duclair, and Granlund have been killing it together. They've been really good for San Jose. I've always watched and really enjoyed my content. Oh, thanks, man. You lived in the East Bay for a few years? Cool. Right on. Granlund against 3 Red Wings, he shoots. Oh, just a little wide of the net. Granlund, man, he's playing like back in his Minnesota days. Oh man, and that was a creative setup too. Mikhail Granlund, or was that Barbanov there? No. Granlund did set that up. Do I think Kane scores tonight? No. I think he'll. I'm not saying he's going to have a bad game by any means, but wait, where's Kane? Is Kane out there right now? Oh no, it's the Larkin line. Dabry. Oh, I'm surprised that actually didn't get on net. Where can you get the jersey? I'm not entirely sure just yet. We're just working on temporary designs, and then I have to work with the vendor to actually, we need to have a sort of agreement, right? The comeback that the Sharks had in the third period was nuts. Yeah, totally. I wasn't even watching. I was like, okay, it's 5-2 or whatever. I said that's the end of that. I'm gonna go downstairs and do the dishes or something that's almost more exciting than watching the Sharks. Uh, Cortana, manners, honey. Here, here, Cortana, you're a good girl. But yeah, this has been a pretty good contest so far. Good chances for the Sharks. Red Wings couple. Uh, yep. I'm doing very well, Riley. Oh, chance! Oh, that's it, Uso. But Justin Bailey drawing a penalty for San Jose. But yeah, how are you, Riley? So yeah, another commercial break. Just FYI, 7 minutes left in the period. So 78% of people have the Red Wings winning this game, huh? I hope he eases in. Watch him take over games in Chicago plenty of nights. Yeah, that was kind of a different Kane. So far, the Maple Leafs in the Maple Leafs game, Ottawa is the better of the two. Man, Ottawa gives Toronto plenty of fits these days. I mean, God, they had a game just a couple years ago when they overcame what was that? They were down, I think 5-1 or 5 nothing. It might have been right on the road to Sacktown. Okay. Oh wow, that's you go that far to train. That's a haul. It's got to be at least like 2 hours, right? Well, I guess while we also wait for somebody in this game to score, we can take a look at the rest of the NHL. So already the Kings, by the way, the Kings, if they win tonight over Montreal, then they will have the all-time record for the best road start ever. They've won their first 10 straight road games. The Avalanche earlier this year, between this year and last year, had I think what a 14 game road win streak. But this would be a different record, obviously. But yeah, they have a 1-0 lead over the Canadiens so far. And the goal for the Kings, Drew Doughty's already got 7 goals. That's a heck of a lot for a defenseman at this point. Assisted by Byfield and Kopitar. Odd results when a tier team goes up against a team at the bottom. Yeah. I mean, there's still a decent amount of parity, right? I mean, even the Sharks, they lost by 1 goal against the Rangers at MSG. That's a wing? Is it Hurdle? Oh my gosh, how did Huso save that? It's still alive though. Come on, Willie. Oh, chance in the slot. Oh, big save, Huso. Huso's just taking the team on his back. Power play for the Sharks, by the way. Your team won gold in floor hockey. All right, man. Congratulations. I'd seen that you guys were undefeated, but I guess that's why. I gave you some claps or something like that, huh? Yeah. Thursday is usually a fairly busy day in the NHL. Oh, Eklund, 110 left on the power play. Oh, a nice poke check there by Rasmussen. Yeah, the Sharks get set up really quickly there. That's good. Addison. Oh, Eklund off the rebound. Oh, Granlund. Oh, in the slot. Oh, Huso swallowed that one up too. You played like Andre Vasilevsky. I like the comparison, especially since Vasi always saves his best for the playoffs. Well, for the most part. Man, Ville Huso is killing it right now. I've I have a friend who's from around this area, but for whatever reason, he doesn't want to embrace Seattle as his favorite team. He wants to be a Canucks fan. Oh, well, then again, I mean, this year, not so easy to be a Kraken fan. Oh, God, shorthanded. Oh boy, Fisher. Oh, off a stick. Otherwise, that would have been an interesting chance. Uh, you got some pictures with Sharky. I love it, dude. Not a fan of Bernadette sauce. I have no idea what that is. Oh, I am a fan of Granlund saucing some great passes though the last few games. Surprised that Eklund gets to play for the Sharks and not Bordeleau. I like how Eklund's game has matured, but Bordeleau. See, the thing is that Bordeleau hasn't had really much opportunity on like a second line with the Sharks, right? You know, he hasn't. At least Eklund is playing with her. He's playing with Hurdle. That helps a little bit, but he's doing some good things defensively too. Not like remarkably consistent, but I didn't expect him to be at that point with his all around game just yet. So that's really good. And, by the way, we're back to even strength, but the Sharks have 12 shots this period. That's probably the most they've had in the first period all year long, honestly. Sharks don't look as bad as the beginning of the year. No, I mean, it's almost a night and day difference, honestly. Béarnaise sauce. Oh, okay. Got it. Uh, Musty's timeline to the NHL. Love the Hawks 23 draft, but you were hoping if it wasn't Oliver Moore, you'd been happy with Musty. Kane had a chance point blank. Blackwood robbed him, or it might have hit the post. Yeah, that was Kane just exploded into that play. But yeah, Musty. All I know is that he's one of the top producers in the OHL, so that's good. I know that he's one of the older players, but yeah, but I don't think he's on the World Junior roster, or at least he's, or maybe it's not a finalized roster just yet. But yeah, when Musty was drafted by the Sharks, that was touted as like not like a full on steal, but that was probably the best that they could get at that point. Yeah, Musty's a Sharks prospect who was drafted in the first round this past draft. Oh, Bill, what's going on, man? And thanks for sending me over the those performances. I had to pick the Wings tonight. That's good because it's gonna be, I'm somebody who if I pick against my favorite team, it usually works out for me. But yeah, it's crazy that we haven't had a goal just yet. But Patrick Kane had a good chance just a moment ago. Still don't know who that is. Not yet, Bruin, but 2 years from now, maybe you will. Quentin Musty. He was a steal at 23. Awesome. I mean, hell, we need all the help we can get, man. Uh, at the Sphere in Vegas. Yeah. So, I mean, all I know is that it's a very interesting looking structure. Looks like something out of what's his name? The guy who directed District 9. It looks like something out of one of those films. Man, the Sharks have had so much zone time. You're a draft dork. Oh, I might need I might need your help getting me prepared for the next one. Oh, off the turnover. Oh, just wide of the crease there from Clem Costin, Clem Shady. Valeno's out there. Oh, huh. I don't know if they've been juggling the lines. I don't think they have. Hmm. Huh. No, that is his name, Quentin Musty. Yep. Neil Bloomkamp. Yeah, yeah, like District 9. Yeah. Final minute of the period, by the way. I don't know why it still says mid. All right. Well, I'll put it as intermission for right now. How's my shoulder? Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's still like I can't notice any difference unless I'm actually like lifting weights. Yeah, thank you. Your first ever mobile podcast, dude. You were like right against the stage, right? Like the sound quality was really good. I was surprised by that. I'm eating high chews. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I've ever had one. How does it compare to Starbursts? Because to me, one of my favorite candies has to definitely be a red Starburst. You know, that's the next poll. We need to definitely figure that out, right? All right. That is first intermission, or we're reaching first intermission now. But yeah, good first period. I mean, Sharks, dude, tons of great chances. It's just that Huso completely slammed the door shut in that period. I choose are better. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Theo. I didn't hear his name mentioned very much. I am listening to the Sharks broadcast, but even so, I'm sure they're keeping a keen eye on Kane. Best Starburst flavor. Very important. All right. Is it red, yellow, orange, or pink? Very important. You're like Cortana, you don't like chocolate. Yeah, thank God we haven't had any real horror stories about that. Oh, cool. I like that, Riley. To like actually document that. You've never had a Starburst. All right. Well, party on. But yeah, first intermission here. And if we want some updates on a couple of the other games, Ottawa has a 1-0 lead over Toronto. The first goal coming off the stick of, let's see here, Josh Norris, former San Jose Sharks draft pick Josh Norris. You like all of them? All right. Personally, for me, it's like red is the undisputed champion. Nobody's voted orange though. I still think orange is still very good. I think I can't get behind pink as much as others can, honestly. I don't think it's bad by any means. It's not yellow. MDA, Josh Norris. Yep, that Josh Norris. Wait a second. How many games has he played, by the way? Because yeah, he had to sit out a little bit to start the year, right? Yeah. 5 goals and 6 assists in 17 games. Okay. He missed a lot of time last year, though. Islanders arena is looking kind of empty. Well, I can't fault the fans after what happened last time. Oh, they're playing the Blue Jackets too. Sorry to any Columbus fans, but that's not the biggest draw in the NHL these days. By the way, the Kings have now gone up 2-0. Quentin Byfield. Oh, I love seeing it. He was like my top breakout player for this year. Toward the very top. He's got 7 goals and 13 assists now. As the Kings are again, they win tonight against the Canadiens, and that's the best start to any season on the road ever. The journey begins. There you go. That's perfect. Orange is good mixed with red. Cherry and orange, huh? Interesting. Actually, yeah, cherry and something citrus can be pretty good, like a cherry limeade, right? A cherry limeade from Sonic or something like that. Um, all right. Ah, what's going on? How you doing, Nick? You're excited to see Kane on the Red Wings? Oh, well, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. It's like, is this really the betrayal, right? I don't really see it that way so much, considering his career like really did take a turn in the sense that the Hawks weren't as relevant, and he got traded over to the Rangers, and then he had the very long term injury. So it's kind of like I don't think there's that as much drama behind that for the Hawks fan base personally. Cortana's thinking about something. What are you thinking about, kiddo? Are you thinking about those 7 deer that we saw today in the woods? Or that you haven't been able to chase any squirrels recently, have you, Cortana? I am happy with what the Sharks have done so far, though. Oh, hey, how you doing, Dustin? Whoop. There we go. Actually, we've got a new. If you guys can see it behind me, see that teal frame, picture frame here at the side of the screen. So that's a signed Joe Thornton photo that Dustin gave me. And so if I don't know if you guys can tell, but we actually have made a couple of small tweaks to the background behind us. I've got a little bit more room on the wall that the camera can't pick up. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put up some more stuff because I do have like this. I just kind of cobbled together. Honestly, I didn't spend much time on it, but we do have some other like memorabilia here as well. I have a lot more that I can fill on the walls, and eventually I'm going to do like a full on like man cave video. Oh, excuse me, like a man cave video where I show everything that's in this room, and that includes some stuff in the closet in my crazy jersey closet. Any rumors about the Winter Classic for 2025? I haven't heard anything about that, Philip. I know that the NHL has been considering doing something in Ohio, though. I want to say, and I mean, come on, the Blue Jackets, they're due for an outdoor game. Um, Islanders are an enigma of a team. I mean, it all starts with Lou Lamoriello, right? Uh, Jackets deserve better. You know, oh, Toledo's Red Wings country. I guess so, yeah, because they border each other. But yeah, Blue Jackets need some more love. But they got to produce, man. These veterans that they brought in. I mean, I don't know anything about Severson and Provorov, but I mean, things don't look particularly good when you have to fire the guy you hired in the offseason, and Gaudreau and Line aren't quite holding up as well as you thought they would. Speaking of which, Line is not even 26 years old. I couldn't believe that. You like the Raiders and the Predators. Okay. Well, yeah, the Raiders got another thing coming this weekend. They're playing my Vikings. Oh, yeah, that's right. You live in North Dakota. Jonathan Taves is tired of hearing Chelsea Dagger at games. Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, I don't know. Is he like a? Does he go to games there sometimes? Because I know he's from Winnipeg. So those, I mean, obviously Winnipeg and North Dakota, like, or Manitoba and North Dakota, like border each other, right? Uh, I hope they have it at Ohio State. Yeah, Bruin, that'd be sweet. I mean, that would be an enormous game if they did Red Wings versus Blue Jackets. That would be awesome. Because if you bring in the Red Wings, honestly, that will help with TV ratings quite a bit. Blue Jackets could have a good Winter Classic jersey. Yeah, they all you have to do is basically just make a white version of the cannon with a sweater collar, right? You're a Senators fan in Fort Wayne, Indiana, right? A Chiefs fan. Oh, interesting. So Chiefs and not Colts and Detroit Pistons. Okay. Well, I guess you're not that far away from those places though, right? So, but Senators, that's what's kind of interesting to me. But yeah, NHL NHL should hopefully come back to Japan at some point. I mean, they went to Australia for the preseason. Toledo is the ECHL affiliate of the Wings. That's right, the Walleye. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you actually are closer to them, huh? Robbie, hey, good evening. How are you guys doing against the Senators? It was 1-0. Oh yeah, it's still 1-0. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Sabres take a 1-0 lead against the Boston Bruins on a goal from whoa, somebody I'm not very familiar with. Eric Robinson. Hmm. Yeah, I can't say I know anything about this guy. He's 28 though, huh? Maybe he's kind of a late bloomer. Let's see here. If the NHL had a team in Tokyo, what would it be called? I mean, the first thing I thought about samurai, Tokyo Samurai, or like Tokyo Ronin. There we go. Tokyo Ronin would be legit. Uh, you've always wanted to go to a Minnesota Vikings game and a Boston Red Sox game. You just want to go to Fenway for the experience. Hey, you know what? I think that you would have an awesome time, even if you didn't know the rules of baseball. Because I just went on a stadium tour of Fenway, and I loved it. Like it was wonderful. I do like sports history quite a bit, and that is a hollowed ground for sports history. Walleye is always a top team. Yeah, from what I know, right? Because they're always at least like in the final four, it seems. There's always been talk about them actually moving to the AHL. Wow. Well, I was just trying to think here. You've got the Cleveland Monsters already, right? Are there any other AHL teams in Ohio? I know that there's the Cyclones in Cincinnati, right? They average wow. That's awesome. That's a lot. That's a lot of people for like second tier hockey. That's great. Uh Doom is pretty hard. Yeah, Doom Eternal. That was the one I was playing. 64 probably is harder than that too. First person shooters on 64, you know, when you go back and play something like that, it hasn't aged particularly well because that was before the twin stick shooter. Yeah, I know a thing or two about that sort of thing because before doing YouTube stuff, I ran a video games community in the Bay Area. Uh, Do I think about Boise or Salt Lake getting a team? An NHL or like an AHL, right? Because like Salt Lake, could they support an NHL team? I mean, based on what I'm hearing, yeah, they probably could. AHL for Boise would be great, but they already have an ECHL, so I don't think that they would have both of those. The Phantoms in Ohio. Wait, it wait, is that the that's not the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, is it? Oh, no, no, Lehigh Valley's based in Pennsylvania. Hmm. Uh, oh, you're playing Doom 64 on your PS4. Okay, because like, that's kinda weird, but I can see it happening because yeah, it's not like Nintendo was the sole rights holder or anything like that. All major teams are leaving Oakland. Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. As somebody who used to live kind of in that area, you would just drive right up and you'd have the Coliseum and you'd have Oracle or the arena in Oakland or whatever. And it's like you'd have the Raiders, the A's, and the Warriors all there. Not to mention lots of concerts. I've seen a couple of great shows at Oracle Arena. But yeah, Youngstown, the Youngstown Phantoms. I don't know. You want to go see the Raptors and the Winnipeg? Oh, go to a Jets playoff game. Yeah, to take in the Winnipeg Whiteout. USHL. Oh, okay, okay. Got it. You got a, Barracuda jersey for Hanukkah. Alright. Mazel tov. That's cool. Which one? Did you get the gray one, or I'm trying to think of what the white one looks like. Or did you get one of those black ones with CUDA, the word mark? A's are coming to Vegas. Yeah. Damn, dude, that's crazy now. There are gonna be 3 pro teams there. But we know that they can support football and they can definitely support hockey, so good luck, because those players, I feel so bad for them. Making millions of dollars, sure, but, you know, that's where they end up instead of, somewhere that has more consistent attendance. But then again, MLB teams, a lot of them, attendance is so bad these days for MLB just in general. Like a Wednesday afternoon game in you know, I don't wanna name the specific city, but yeah, it can be bad. Uh, cool. Oh, thanks, Dystros. I appreciate that. The roast, right? Next up for the channel is going to be I haven't finalized the topic exactly because I started doing some, looking up some information, but it's probably gonna be like the most iconic moment for every team. Building the stadium already for the A's. Cool. The black Cuda Wardmark jersey. All right. Yeah, that's a fairly solid looking jersey. I do like it. As a Mariners fan, it rips your heart out that the A's are moving. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm a Giants fan, and so it's like there's always been that sort of rivalry, that interleague rivalry, but it doesn't feel right for the A's to leave. Uh, Having the NHL build an outdoor stadium specifically for the Winter Classic, like yeah, in a sort of like neutral ground, right? That would be awesome. But I mean, and to have like a tournament there or multiple Winter Classic games, I'd like to see something like that too. Uh, Atlanta Thrashers coming back. I mean, it's crazy that there isn't a team in Atlanta and especially in Houston, right? Since Houston's never had an NHL team and by metropolitan population is like one of the 6 or 7 biggest in the country, right? Well, the city of Houston is the 4th biggest in the country. A good song for your entrance? Oh, boy. Well, you like Linkin Park a lot, right? So maybe so I mean, barking up that tree is not a bad idea. Only one true team in the city of Las Vegas, you're saying? Yeah, because the Knights are technically what, like, in paradise? I don't know. Uh, you might go to the Stadium Series. Man, all I gotta say is if you're able to somehow get, because I know the tickets are not cheap for that. If you're able to get closer to the ice, that's good. That's worth the investment because otherwise you might as well bring binoculars. No snow yet? Really? That's so weird. It was 60 degrees. That is unheard of this time of year. Yeah, we haven't had a whole lot of snow yet either, but we weren't supposed to get all that much. NHL in Sacramento. That's where I have to draw the line. They have an NBA team. I'd be cool with them getting like something else that I don't know. Actually, Sacramento would be cool for MLS. They do have that USL team in Sacramento. But yeah, they might be good for MLS. Spokane's getting a couple of USL teams. That'll be fun. Ti- uh, mm. It was snowing out. Where are you at, Jay Z? Connecticut or Jersey? Something like that, right? Pennsylvania. Hmm. Yeah, we'll probably actually we got just like a flurry today. And other than that, like we've gotten what, like 6 or 8, maybe like 10 inches right now. But it was crazy because like this time last year we had at least over 3 feet. But yeah, then like when it was actually winter, we didn't have any snow. It's very odd how Mother Nature can work, right? All right, we're gonna get underway with the second period, guys. Yeah, 50 in the Great Lakes. Yeah. Hell, even yesterday it was close to 50. All right. So yeah, 14-7 are the shots in favor of the Sharks. It's like the first time I've said something like that all year. Any advice on videos? Boy, I'm like, wow, where do I really start with that? Um, I learned an interesting tip yesterday from one creator I follow very regularly. It's about like you can film it and say as much as you want, which is fine. You can show as much as you want. Uh, just well, it depends on what your goal is, right? Do you want to like blow up and have tons and tons of views, or do you want to just find a good core of people who like what you're doing? So it's kind of like, I mean, it's important that you enjoy what I don't want you to obsess over it if you're just getting into it. It's about enjoying what you're actually filming, right? But yeah, just generally just learning how to find kind of consistency in what you're producing so that what's important about that is for your viewers, you want them to you want a general idea that your viewers want a general idea of what to expect when you've uploaded. So yeah, consistency is and that doesn't happen overnight either. Like I could talk about that for like 4 hours, but yeah, just consistency. So find something that you enjoy doing, and then keep finding ways to repeat that. That's kind of my tip there. Yeah, Duclair's really come into his own over the last couple weeks, hasn't he? Oh, Eklund nearly had a tap in. Was that did Huso actually save that? Well, anyway, Eklund picked up a tripping. That's maybe my one criticism of Eklund. He's picked up a couple of dumb penalties. So yeah, Red Wings are going to go on the power play. Just FYI. You think Alec Huso has looked just monstrous? Yeah, huge pad save off Eklund because that was headed for the net. A struggling team should move to North Dakota. Yeah, the UND arena looks like boy, oh boy, for a public arena, that's pretty spectacular. It looks like. So yeah, Red Wings power play comes in ranked 10th. Sharks just 2 years ago, I think they had the top penalty kill in the NHL. They are now tied for last with the Wild. Granlund coming the other way though. Oh, Patrick Kane's out there, by the way. All right, so DeBrinket, Kane, Perron, Larkin, and who's their point guy? Gostisbehere. Yeah. All right, we'll see if Kane jumps in here. He's got an open shooting lane if they get it to him. Now coming the other way is that Justin Bailey? Zetterlund. His shot went wide there. Oh, Larkin back to Kane. Oh, cross ice and a good read there by Zetterlund. Puck out of it with 1:03 left in the power play. Mitch Marner tied the game. That's good for Toronto. They need to get a couple of wins here in regulation. They haven't. I think they're like 5-6 in regulation. It's crazy how many of their games have gone the distance. All right, Cider. Wait, so the second unit out there now. There's a shot for Fabry if he wants it. Hmm. Here, Cortana, you're being such a good girl, and there aren't any goals. All right, 25 left. And yeah, the Red Wings haven't gotten anything on goal just yet. All right, Riley. I'll catch you later, dude. And happy filming, dude. And good luck at training. Put someone put somebody on their butt. Sharks won that draw. And yeah, San Jose is gonna probably kill this off as they're able to get the clear. Well, maybe a chance here. Oh, Christ to Zetterlund. Zetterlund took a long time to get acclimated with the Sharks, but now he's starting to play some pretty good hockey. You can't count out Tampa as long as Vasty's in net. Although Vasty wasn't particularly sharp in the postseason last year. But I hope that we can see. I hope we can see God mode Vasilevsky. Oh, chance! Oh, saved by Huso. Big stick save off Eklund. Eklund is just getting robbed left and right. Hurdle, top of the zone. Hmm. Uh, Huso's playing good hockey. Yeah, Huso's God, it's almost like he's playing the game of his career right now. Eklund's going to be so good. Yeah, I like the dude. I like him. I liked his celebration having scored that overtime goal last game. Uh What about this? The Vikings? You want the Raiders to win? Oh, I hear you. Yeah, because it's in Vegas. Yeah. Hey, that's a kind sentiment. If my Vikings lose, I'd be happy for the Raiders. How does Kane look? He had one point blank chance that he where he hit the post. A little quiet otherwise. He's out there on the power play. He was out on the top unit. But yeah, I think that he didn't get that much ice time in the first period. All right. Good defensive read. Was that Justin Bailey? Otherwise, that could have been a tap in for the team in red. All right. And by the way, the okay, 41% of you voted the red starburst as the best one. Okay, good, good, good. You came to the right place. Okay. Oh, good setup attempt there from Kane, though. He had Sherrod on the back door. Here is Kane. He shoots, and that went just wide of the stick of Blackwood. Here they come again. Kane into the slot shot. Oh, off the post. Did that go in? A chance at the doorstep. Play goes on. The Red Wings might have scored there. Kane might have picked up an assist. Costin off a turnover. Had saved Blackwood. Yeah, Theo. Well, for one, Husso's playing out of his mind, and Blackwood just made a big, big stop there. Good game. Eklund's so good. Again, yeah, I like how his defensive game is coming along well. I know he's gotten benched a couple times, but it's not for a lack of effort. What kind of dog? CG? Yeah, her name is Cortana, and she's a Coonhound McNabb Shepherd mix, and other stuff too. Those RoboPen jerseys. I might actually sell my RoboPen. It's not a reverse retro. Like I have a Coho. I think a Coho one, and it's got Lemieux and with actual fabric numbers too. All right, commercial break. 12:47 left. Yeah, but Blackwood, man, getting bailed out by the post. What's a McNabb Shepherd? Yeah, it's not like recognized by the American Kennel Club. It's just a crossbreed that derives from California. All right, Bruin. Have a good evening. Yeah, huh. Boston hasn't scored yet against the Sabres. It's still 1-0. Kings still on top of the Canadians 2-0. Maple Leafs and Senators tied at 1. And the New York Islanders have gotten out to a 1-0 lead on a goal from Pierre Engvall. Excuse me. Hmm. Of course. Yeah, I get to as many questions as I can. One of these days, I have to just during my streams, I need to like aggregate all my favorite photos and videos of Cortana. Oh yeah. So that shot earlier went off the post. It didn't actually cross the goal line. New here, Red Wings fan in Canada. Right on. Hey, I'm glad that the Red Wings are good now. You know, as I was really starting to get into the NHL, they were the team to beat. I'm a Sharks fan, and it's like we legitimately tried to become the Red Wings, and we failed. But those were some great playoff battles. Which Red Wings jersey do I think is the best? Oh, good question. And thank you for joining us all the way from Australia, King Kong. I personally liked the white jersey a little bit more than the red one, but we also have to, of course, remember I think it was 2014 Winter Classic jersey. That was amazing. Also, the Centennial jersey from 2017. I love that one too. That one's white. I might actually sell mine. Oh, here's Duclair, 2-on-1. Ferrari back to Duclair. Oh, I fanned on the shot. Damn. Yeah, the Sharks are getting all sorts of chances, man. 16-8, the Sharks lead in shots. Dallas Desperados. That sounds pretty legit. Yeah, I like that. That was a nice pass from Ferraro. I don't know if the puck was bobbling there, but that looked pretty good to me. The Winter Classic jerseys fire, yeah. And I mean, like the Maple Leafs, of course, wearing that really floppy Maple Leaf design. I thought that looked perfect with it. But yeah, the Red Wings have like the Red Wings and the Canadiens and kind of the Rangers have like the least amount of changes really to their look and to their brand. I mean, in terms of longevity too. Kane and saved by Blackwood. Pretty routine save though. Kane is second all time among American-born players with I think they said 1,374 points. Yeah, he got that off from just around the dot. Good girl. God, Cortana, you've been just staring at me the whole time. There has to be a goal though, girl. Oh my goodness. Nice moves by Costin. Snyder and saved by Blackwood. Hawks don't change their jersey either. Yeah, in their early, of course, in the earlier decades, they mixed it up a little bit. My favorite might be from like I think around like 1946 or so. That was the one that they wore for the NHL's 75th anniversary. I love that jersey. I have a replica of that. How's Kaner doing? He's gotten off a couple shots in this period. He had a point blank chance in the first period, and I think it went off the post. Yeah, he's getting off some shots. But the Hawks is one of the best jerseys in all of pro sports. I mean, I had a friend who is not like a big hockey fan or anything like that. He's from Washington. And he said that he always wanted to have a Blackhawks jersey because he thought that was the coolest one. And I mean, hell, it's just oh, there's a goal from Klim Kostin. Yeah, he's been kind of all around the puck tonight. There we go. 1-0 Detroit off a turnover in the Shark zone. Clem Shady. Here, have a treat, Cortana. You want to go to a Jets game when everybody's wearing white? Every goal against us counts toward the tank. That was their 11th shot of the game. 15-1, Carl. I don't think there's been a game with 15 goals from one team, like, ever, or at least not in maybe a century. Package comes my way on Monday. Awesome, dude. Yeah, so I also have, something coming from Thomas in Germany. I don't know exactly when it will arrive, though. So I don't know if I'll open up both together or if I'll do them separate. No, I don't know yet, but Sharks. And Mackenzie Blackwood, he'll make sure that he doesn't give up that many goals. Alright. Now we're at 10:19 left in the second period. 14, I think then. Yeah, no rush on that package, by the way, Nick. Oh, Zetterlund, maybe a chance here. Granlund into the slot for Duclair. I thought maybe he should have tried shooting that himself, though. But yeah, that line's the Duclair, Granlund, Zetterlund line has really some good chemistry. Actually, the San Jose Sharks could almost form a whole like a whole lineup consisting of guys with the last name ending in Lund, because we got Zetterlund, Eklund, and Granlund, and then we have Cam Lund, who's at Northeastern right now. So maybe like next year if he gets called up, I'm sure we have another Lund lined up somewhere. Is that a Red Wings koozie? Yeah. So Dan, who I don't think he's popped in here yet. He's one of our moderators and like one of the longest supporters of the channel. So yeah, he sent me that Red Wings pennant you see, and then he sent me the coaster as well. So we've got Sharks for water and Red Wings for beer tonight. All Swedish. No, Granlund is Finnish by nationality, but he's ethnically he's probably Swedish. Not sure what to think of Quinn as a coach. I mean, I don't think that he's going to be a long term solution once this team actually has talent, some legit talent. But I mean, like for him to, I'm surprised that Greer didn't fire him with the way the season started, even though the roster is supposed to be mostly inferior by a long shot to many teams out there. But the way that he's helped turn things around, I got to commend him for that. You know. Oh, what's going on, Ethan? How are the Islanders doing? What still 1-0 Islanders on the, goal from Engvall. All the other scores right now are the same. They are unchanged. Cortana, honey, manners. Jeez, nobody wants to watch that, Cortana. Uh, nice. It's been a long ass week. Well, you've come to the right place. First overall versus second overall. Yeah, so, Bedard is going up against, Leo Carlson and the Ducks. Boy, that was actually right off the faceoff, that costing goal, not a turnover. Any NHL games near me? Um, the closest arena to me is, Seattle. That's about a 5-hour drive or a very short flight, obviously. So, yeah, 5-hour drive from Seattle, about 7 hours to Vancouver and Calgary. Yeah, and then yeah, it's crazy, like, I'm closer to the 3 Canadian teams in the Pacific Division than anybody else except for the Kraken. Heck, I'm way closer to Edmonton than I am like Vegas or San Jose. Yeah. Oh, your birthday is on next Thursday. All right. Oh shoot, I gotta. Oh shoot, do we score? My freaking broadcast just cut out. It looked like we had a chance there. Come on. No ESPN. I'm already signed in, you dingus. Did ESPN just try signing me out? That is so bush league. Uh Come on. Dang it. It looked like we were gonna actually have a scoring chance there. Come on. Why is it telling me that it says 10.99 a month? It's like I'm signed in, guys. What the heck is the matter with you? Uh that sounds like a plan, Carl. Yeah, still scoreless. Yeah, but some reason it's taking me to the login screen. That is not right. I've been logged in this whole damn time. But yes, happy early birthday to Ethan. 18. Right on. Let's see here. Gotta find out what the heck is going on here. Come on, really. You'll have to excuse me here. For some reason, I'm having some issues just with ESPN not knowing that I'm logged in. It's very odd. Oh, Sprong just scored. All right. Yeah, I already have ESPN Plus. What the frick on a stick are these? What's the matter here? Here, let's give Cortana a treat in the meantime, and I'll update the score here. Who designed the Penguins logo? The owner's kid. That's funny. I want to know what drug the person was taking when they came up with the Robo Penguin. That's what I want to know. 2-0, man. And to think, like, it could have been 2-0 Sharks after the first period. ESPN Plus sucks. It's not bad. It's just that horrible blackouts. Well, thanks, Matthew. Yeah, I mean, it helps kind of retain viewers, sort of. Let's see here. That's the most bizarre thing. All right, I'm gonna have to sign out of ESPN Plus because it can't recognize that I'm logged in. That is so bush league. All right. Now it's 3-0. What? What happened? Wait, who just scored for Detroit there? Was that Rasmussen? I have a technical hiccup, and all of a sudden the Red Wings are up 3-0. Jeez. Now the Sharks have actually shown up, huh? Right, guys? Oops, I meant to say it's late. There we go. All right. Dang, son. NFL is free in New Zealand? Really? That's cool. Yeah, they didn't review that. Now the Red Wings have evened up the shots. They were down 14-7 to start the period. Now it's 18, and now maybe a 19th shot, a chance with an open net, and they score again, and it's Raymond. Oh God, this is getting ugly. All right, Ethan. Thanks. Hey, thanks again for the memberships, Ethan. and Kakinen's going to go in place of Blackwood. Boy, that was horrible. Unbelievable. Did we just like bring out the Oilers defense? Oh god, that was ugly. Who was that? Addison? Oh god, looked lost out there. Trading Hurdle? I can't think of anybody who's going to take on his contract just because it's too long. He's 30 years old and he's got like what 6 years left on his contract after this at 8 million. So I don't personally see that happening. And and Mark Edward Vlasic's going to the box for an unsportsmanlike conduct. Really? That's how you make yourself useful, huh? God, 4-0. I do not know how the hell that happened. I just blinked and it went from 1-0 to 4-0. Yeah. I mean, if Hurdle had like 3 years left, I could maybe see that, Scott, but that's just a little bit too much term considering his age and Hurdle's had some injury problems, right? It's been awesome watching Eklund. Oh yeah, I agree with you there. His chemistry with Hurdle has been very strong and actually really the second line chemistry has been really good too recently. Uh During the off season, I mean, hey man, I'm always making content in the off season. And I do live streams once in a while, like trade deadline. We'll be live for that. Hurdle 2-on-1 with Eklund. He shoots, he scores. Tomas Hurdle. All right. And actually, that's a shorthanded goal. That's the Sharks' first shorty of the season. God dang. Raymond was so shocked the fourth goal went in. I mean, he had an open net, but yeah, the way that that opportunity came up, with the breakdown there. But yeah, Hurdle on the 2-on-1 just takes it himself, and I like it. There you go, girl. Pardon. Okay, well, the Sharks are only down 3, and we saw what they did against the Islanders. Granted, the Red Wings aren't the Islanders, so sorry, Ethan. What did you miss, Patrick? It was 1-0 on a goal from Klim Kostin, and then before I could even blink, the Red Wings scored like 3 goals in about I don't know 2 minutes, maybe. And then they had a power play after their fourth goal, and they gave up a shorthanded goal. Oh, and now the Sharks have a 2-0. Zetterlund comes in. He scores top corner. 2 shorties? What is this game? Zetterlund cannot be stopped right now. Any jerseys I'm looking to pick up? No. I like on it. I I haven't bought a jersey now in over a year. I just I can't collect jerseys, unfortunately. Yeah, now 4-2. Zetterlund with the other shorty. This game is not over. It looked like it was over, and then I tried blinking again, and the Sharks 2 shorties. Greetings from Montana. Oh, right on. Hello from next door. Whereabouts are you? I mean, you don't have to answer that, but um, I'm around Coeur d'Alene, so I usually every few months I'll go out, to anywhere from like Missoula to the Bitterroot Valley. Was in Kalispell earlier this year. Oh, chance! Oh, point blank, Larkin gets robbed by the glove of Kakinen. Missoula, right on. Cool. Yeah, I was passing through there on 4th of July, and I had like the best barbecue ever at this place in Missoula. Have you been to the notorious PIG? That place is amazing. I love Montana. If I didn't live here, I'd live there. Classic. He's got a streaker. Are you kidding me? Certain scores 4-3. What is happening? Mark Edward Vlasic got an assist? He actually made a play on offense? Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah, Scott. It is beautiful here, for sure. Unbelievable. What how 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 does one team disconnect their controller, and then when they get in a 4-0 hole, the other team decides to disconnect their controller right after? We still have 4 minutes left in this period too. Granlund? Oh, no, the team's offside. Hmm. Derek Lalonde kinda has that sort of face, not like Dean Evison. I mean, that's a totally different level. Now chance in front of the net. Oh my gosh. Copp nearly kicked that in, and I think that would have counted too because he didn't make the motion, it just went off his skate. Patrick, what the hell is this game? I don't know if I'll be able to even answer that after this game is over. Unreal, man. Okay, I needed to make sure my banner was correct, that it's 4-3. How about Zetterlund? Yeah. I was surprised when the Sharks re-signed him because I didn't like how he played after he came over from the Devils, and the Devils fans were saying we were gonna like him, and now I can see why. He kinda reminds me like, his impact kinda reminds me of what Barabanov did when, obviously Barbie's been he came back after an injury this year, so he hasn't quite been himself, but I liked what he did in the previous, 2 years with us. So, yeah, Zetterlund, he's doing very well, and that line altogether has played really well the last couple of weeks. Alright, now Zadina, we need him to do something in this game. Over to Vlasic, who got the assist last time. Oh god, he had McDonald on the back door. But we'll get a face-off, in the Red Wings zone with, 2:11 left in the period. Um, he plays super hard. Yeah. Yeah. He was making some great reads on on the first penalty kill for us too in this game. Yeah, this has turned into a fun game, Dean. Um, by the way, the Maple Leafs are now up 2-1 over the Senators. That last goal coming off the stick of David Kampf. Second goal of the year for him, as that game is just about its second intermission right now. Zetterlund looking like Zetterberg. Hell yeah. Unreal. Yeah, so far this is the one game. This is the barn burner of the 5 games that are happening right now. Would I rather have taken Michkov over Smith? Yeah, right. I I was cool with Smith. He seemed like a reliable pick, right? Whereas Michkov was kind of like a boom bust, right? Especially since you have to wait. I know Will Smith, of course, is just in his freshman year of college, but with Michkov, you had to wait 3 more years until he was eligible to come to the NHL. So that's kind of what was concerning, right? It's almost like whoever got Mishkov might have had an embarrassment of riches at that position, or a very deep prospect pool, and the Sharks just haven't had that prospect pool depth. Um, in the sense that the Blackhawks maybe, but like the Blue Jackets and the Ducks, right? If we were more in their position, then I would have been fine with Michkov, I guess. How did I come up with Cortana's name? Well, so I used to run a video games community when I lived in the Bay Area, and my one of my favorite game franchises of all time is Halo, and so I decided to name my sidekick after the game's sidekick. But we're talking like Halo 1 or Halo 2 Cortana, not the sexy version of her from later on in the series. Um, but yeah, and when I adopted her, her name was Karma. So that transition from Karma to Cortana was like that was instant. I would you would have taken Michkov. What was the last that we heard on his season so far? Because I know that it started really bad, and then all of a sudden he caught fire. Not big into Halo. Well, it's not what it used to be, right? You liked Reach the most. Reach was underrated. It had really good multiplayer, like it had the firefight mode from ODST, and I thought the single player was very underrated. I loved it. I'd say that yeah, of the campaigns, that might be like as high as my second favorite for that. Yeah. Oh, Detroit trying to threaten here, and a fan there by Wallman. Oh, Hotiuk and now Jan Ruda loses a handle on that one. That's horrible. I don't see how you. That's an unforced error. Oh, here comes LeBanc. Sturm, drop pass. Oh, and over to Sturm. Oh, Nico Sturm. We're tied. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What a brilliant setup. I do not believe this. What a great feed from Justin Bailey. He passed that at the perfect time. Where am I located? I'm in North Idaho. So like Spokane is not a very big city, but that's like the closest like mid-sized city for us. 50 points in 58 games. I don't really know. It's not like the OHL, right? Where guys score like 2.5 points a game, right? So I would think that that's still pretty solid. What we have here is a game, yeah. Yeah. Sharks were down 4-0 in this period. The Red Wings scored all four of their goals, and now it's 4-4. There were 8 goals in this period. We might need to have more treats for Cortana, right? We might need to go get more from the pantry. Unbelievable. And for anybody's if your eardrum ruptured from me screaming, I apologize, but I was bonkers, man. Utter bonkers. The KHL has grown men, yeah. Yeah, I know that like for like Swedish and Finnish hockey, right? If you're a youngster like Michkov and you're putting up, you know, 3 points every 4 games, that's a very, very respectable clip. It's like switching your controller where yeah, Dean, right? Yeah. And basically when you switch teams, you know, yeah. I know what you mean though. Tomorrow's the day that you're headed to Vancouver. Awesome. That's crazy that the Sharks are closing out their season series against Vancouver that early. Who knows? Maybe we can tie up the hell. We score four goals in this period. Thatcher Demko, you better watch out, man. 4-4, you were way off. Yeah, right. But I hope you have an awesome time there, Micro. How's Kane doing? Kane, his second period, he had a few shot attempts. Actually, in the first period, he had a point blank chance, and I think he hit the post on that one. And then he had some good shots at the net. But yeah, just a little bit quiet after that, but I don't think he was on the ice for as much because, or at least if he was, that was when the Red Wings already had their 4-0 lead. So yeah, there's some good signs from that, and he was on the top power play unit. Why are NFL player? Whoa, 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 Carl. I think you mean to flip the two. In the NFL, do players come back into the game after they've been, I don't know, gouged in the eye or maybe fractured an ankle or gotten a concussion? Actually, that happens all the time. Oh, I see what you're doing there. But hope for Celebrini. Have I seen him play? I actually have not watched any highlights of Celebrini just yet. But I mean, it would be so cool if he somehow ended up on the Sharks just purely for the fact that he, played for the junior Sharks. Fractured ankle, no. So Bobby Baugh in the what year was that? 1962 Stanley Cup for the Maple Leafs. He had fractured his ankle. He came back into the game and he scored the game winner in, I don't know if that was the cup winning goal. I was looking that up earlier today, but that happened. 16 points in 10 games. Oh, that's substantial. Yeah. Didn't I talk about a player who had like no, no. I was like, did somebody play with a punctured lung? That's like impossible, I think. Wasn't there a player who had a heart attack and went back on the ice? A heart attack? I don't know about that. Even the Sharks intermission report just said, I don't know what's going on in this game. Grade for Greer so far, is it too early? I mean, hey, good question. I think it's too early because he's only really drafted one class of players because he came into that position right before the 2022 draft, so he didn't really have much of a decision to make there. I mean, I think we can criticize him for basically giving away Brent Burns for nothing. Not to mention the Sharks had to consume some salary, but I think he did pretty. I thought he did pretty well with the Emo trade, especially when we see like Ohotiuk playing in the NHL and putting up some points, and Zetterlund is actually looking good, and we still have one more pick from Jersey, right? And we had that pick last year that we used on Musty, so that's good. And I thought he did a really good job on the Carlson deal, so I have to credit him there. I will certainly hope that he sells high on somebody like Duclair if Duclair stays hot and sells high on Barabanov potentially. But some people say keep one of those players around for a couple of years while you actually are still waiting for more roster spots to open up with the younger players. I can understand that. So all in all, I'm satisfied right now. But there's a lot of work to be done. He's made a good amount of big trades, and some have been questionable. Yeah. And yeah, you're right, that guy. He walked into a horrible situation, sure. Replace Chuck Norris. Yeah, yeah, the only person who's tougher is Chuck Norris because Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups, right? Well, the way this game is shaping up, I might need a second beer, maybe. Hi. Hi, Cortana. This has been a fun one, huh? Hey, how about you guys score 4 goals? Oh, that was a lot of fun. Here are 4 for you. Your first 8% beer. Oh, really? They have, is that actually one that's, brewed in Kiwi land? The Timo trade was a little light. I think most people said that. I think most people thought that that was too light of a trade. But again, considering we got Musty, right? And we'll have at least a second rounder from Jersey this year. And then we got what? Ohotiuk? Ohotiuk to see Ohotiuk, excuse me. Ohotiuk. To see him already contributing on this team, that's promising. Especially since Shakir Muhammadulin is in the Barracuda and he's got some offensive upside. And then we ended up with Zetterlund. The other thing was that they had if it was a sign and trade with Meyer, that would be a little bit different. But when we traded Timo, that was just a rental technically. So I thought I was satisfied with it personally. Feels like the problem this season is that you fall asleep after scoring. I mean, you said it right there, man, for sure. Hockey gods can be temperamental. Yeah. Or they could just hold a grudge for something I can't particularly figure out. Uh Sabres and Bruins are Sabres up 2-1 now. Thompson scored. Oh, I didn't know he was back on the ice this soon. That makes me happy to hear. Poor Sabres. They've had a tough year. I mean, when do they not? But like it wasn't supposed to happen this year. Uh this beer is Indonesian, 8% Indonesian beer. Interesting. Because I mean, I didn't. I had like one or two different. Like, what's the main one there? Bintang. That's like what, probably 4 or 5%, right? Uh, what do they do with the arenas in the off season? That's a great question. I mean, some of them are multi-purpose venues, right, for various sports teams. For example, like SAP Center in San Jose has long been a huge concert venue and has hosted all sorts of competitions. They've hosted like major tennis tournaments. They've hosted this, like the most well-known circus, various shows like Disney on Ice, right? So like there will be, reenactments of like Aladdin on Ice or something like that. All right, let's see here. So 2-1 Sabres over the Bruins. I'm glad to see. Oh, Paterka got credited with the first goal. Okay. Paterka's up to 11 goals. The Sabres fans were not kidding around. They said he would break out this year. And Thompson, his seventh. He's missed a few weeks, right? Or a couple weeks at least. Brad Marchand cut it to 2-1. Brad Marchand's got 12 goals. Kings now up 3-0 on the Canadiens. Again, if they can hang on. By the way, Quentin Byfield, 8 goals and 13 assists. Shit. I said he'd have maybe 45 or 50 points, but I like it. He's got great defensive game. Dude, this guy's legit. But yeah, the Kings, if they hold on here, which they should, then they'll have the best road start to any NHL season. Cortana's a treasure. Coming from a treasure like yourself, the AZ Sports Guide. Thanks, buddy. It's great to see you here. Hey, go Yotes, man. I mean, if there's anybody who I'm cheering for to make the wild card besides the Kraken, it's you guys. Hell, finish third in the division. I'd love to see that. Uh, any news on the Coyotes arena problem? There was a recent story about them like having they've finalized a site. I don't know too much more about that. They said what they say it was like Paradise Valley or something. I don't know. Oh, here we go. We got Matt, the AZ sports guy here for a reason. Preds are tied 1-1. Oh yeah, we had some other games get underway. Jackets are on top of the Islanders, by the way. Emil Bemstrom and Adam Fantilli. Fantilli his sixth of the year, so he's up to 6 goals and 8 assists. That's promising. Speaking of somebody who can do more than just shoot the puck, by the way, he's got a great shot, Fantilli. The amount of picks he's acquired, yeah, I agree too. I still expect him though to be able to get us another second rounder or maybe bundle a couple of picks So that way we for sure have 2 first rounders. That'd be amazing. Because I we need to get ourselves, even if Celebrini is at the top of the Sharks hopefuls, right, for the draft, they need to also get a franchise defenseman. They don't I don't think they have that true like blue chip defenseman. They don't have that Moritz Seider. They don't have that Rasmus Dahlin. They need to get a player like that or a Jake Sanderson. Speaking of great young defensemen. Uh 80% commercials, Cheyenne. Yeah, I think you're right too. Are they generally are they permanent ice rinks? Carl, so that yeah, those ice rinks get actually disassembled in the off season. Good question though. How do we give up 2 shorties to the Sharks? Asks Enraged. I don't know. Like I tried to blink and boom, there were 2 in the back of the net there. But yeah, a little discouraging there because the first power play in the first period wasn't particularly great either. Is an assist passing to the dude who gets the goal? Yes. So there are 2 players who can get an assist, right? So if you directly pass the puck to somebody who scores, you get an assist. Or if you're somebody who passed it to the person who passed it to the goal scorer, you get an assist as well. It all counts. Everybody gets a point, right? So you can get the secondary assist and get a point. You can get the primary assist and get a point, or you can score the goal and you get a point. How thick is the ice? That that's something I don't even know. I don't even think it's I don't even think it's an inch thick, is it? The actual ice piece, right? It's mostly wood underneath that, I think. Uh, I mean, some good questions. Land in North Phoenix. Okay. Thanks, Matt, for clarifying that for us. All right. Yeah, man. What the hell's going to happen in this third period? Actually, hell, you know what? I'll just ask who wins. Ice is an inch thick. Okay. Swag Daddy P. That's one I haven't heard in a while. Do Are there a lot of one-timers? Um, there aren't that many that actually result in goals. That's kind of a low I mean, the only way that a one-timer is a high percentage chance is if it's like a break like a 2-on-1, right? So, an odd man rush where, there's a lot of space for the attackers to work with. So I think like 78% of you had said that the Red Wings would win the game when we started uh, our stream, but now I'm asking. Now it's 4-4 going into the third. So any difference of opinions here? Detroit deserves to lose. I mean, look, the Sharks. I mean, they gave up 4 goals in just as quick of a turnaround, really, or quick of a time frame. Did Randy Hahn just make a reference to John Forsland? That makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I love John Forsland. San Jose is near San Francisco. Yep, they're about an hour apart from each other. Yeah. California is basically 2 states. You have Southern California and you have Northern California. Or it's kind of like 3 states, honestly. But that's the easiest way to remember it is LA and San Diego. That's kind of its own thing. And San Francisco and San Jose, it's its own thing. Oh, Scott, you're also. Oh, wait. Scott, you're from the Bay originally? Nice. But yeah, strangely, I'm a Vikings fan. I like the Niners just fine, though. Are there Hmm. California, its own country. Yeah, and I mean, God, especially with the population in both of those states, right? Is it a wasteland? Um, in some ways, yeah. But I haven't been there in a few years though, so I don't want to mislead people. My favorite part of Texas is the air conditioning. Barbecue would be second though. Actually, no. Number one would be hospitality. Going to the South is oh man, everyone's just at the hospitality in the South. It really like Southern hospitality is it's a thing. It really is. Pinole, okay. So yeah, I lived I grew up in Monterey, right on the coast, and then I went to college at Santa Clara, and then I hung out mostly there for 14 years, like between there, San Jose, and Mountain View. Yeah. Oh, your dad's from California? Likes to disown it. Yeah. But I mean, like, even though I live in Idaho now, it's like, well, you can't take the California out of me entirely, right? I still say dude all the time. I still I still have kind of a California accent because there is such thing as a Cali accent, and I'm still a snob about my burritos. There you go, Carl. All right, we're gonna get underway with a third. Let's see what happens now. 70% of you are saying Sharks win this game. What? Whoa! So there were wow. By the way, there were 6 goals in this game within 3 minutes and 1 second. That is 1 second short of the all-time record. How nuts, man. What made me move to the Gem State? Just want to get a change of scenery, be somewhere a little bit more immersed in nature and less populated, more affordable. Comparatively, it's not cheap here, but it's better. Go Sharks. Uh, yeah, yeah, Cheyenne. That's exactly what I tell people too. Braden, what's going on? Sad Pens fan. How's Eric Carlson working out for you? Yeah, it's been tough for Pittsburgh. I wouldn't quit on them. I said, look, this it's like how is Sidney Crosby? How is a team led by Crosby not going to make the playoffs? And it happened last year, and then I said, it's not going to happen 2 years in a row. Lots of hockey left, though. Lots of hockey. Hell, even the Flyers have looked pretty good at points in this year. Oh, here's a chance, Cider. Oh, it doesn't quite get on goal. Oh, chance at the side of the net for Larkin, and Sharks going to ice this one. That's funny. And now it's like the attention isn't so much on Patrick Kane, considering just how crazy that second period was. Am I in Boise? No, I'm in the north of Idaho, about 2 hours south from the Canadian border. So Boise's in the south, and I'm closer to like Spokane, Washington. Mm, Arizona best young team. Uh, go Sharks and Sabers. All right, Dystros. Have a great evening. Best young roster asks Scott. So like right now, with like the actual players on the ice, I like what Dean had to say about Arizona. Really, like I don't even I haven't even heard Dylan Gunther's name called this whole year, just because. And he was like a fifth overall pick, right? Ninth overall, I think, because they have Michelli. Keller's still very young comparatively. and now the Red Wings are going to take a penalty. They also have a couple of guys who can move the puck pretty well too on defense. Devils, CG, that's a great answer too. And again, like I haven't heard Holtz's name called all that much because that team has a lot of stacked talent too. Jack Hughes is what 22 years old, and some would say he's a top 5 centerman in the NHL, and I'm not going to argue against that. Keller's a stud. So yeah, I think right there the chat just provided 2 great answers. The Ducks, the Ducks are getting there. They're getting there. All right, Sharks on the power play. Mhm. Granlund shoots and a little bit wide. Now Eklund to the point. Granlund a shot and blocked by Sider. Oh, good stick in the passing lane there. Otherwise, Eklund would have had a one timer. Barrett Hayton, yeah, good call too. That's right. Like that was great that he like last year he finally got some legit ice time out there. Do the Sharks have a decent power play? Actually, that's funny. If you look at the main statistical categories, that's been their best. That's where they've been their best. They're 21st. Eklund, he has a passing lane cross ice. Hurdle. Oh, damn. That was such a great pass, too. Still in the zone, though. And a good stick there from Larkin. 1 minute left in the power play. Coyotes are ahead of schedule. Yeah, that perfectly articulated. I thought they were going to be kind of a thorn in team side this year. They've actually done a little better than that. And it looks like Gostisbehere is going to clear this down. 20 seconds left in the power play. All right. Cool. Thanks, Cheyenne. Have a great time watching the Preds. Good luck to them. And cleared once more by the Red Wings, and that will just about do it for the power play. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do there, Dustin. Have a good night, man. Are those team logos on Cortana's blanket? It's a Sharks blanket. Yeah. I also have a blanket that my sister gave me, and it's just Cortana's face. It's just a pattern of her face the whole time. It's pretty funny. And we're back to even strength, by the way. Crisis averted if you're a Red Wings fan. Canadiens are the youngest team. Wow. Yeah, that wouldn't be what came to mind first. I probably wouldn't think that just because like then again they have gotten younger. They've shed some deals, but they still have Gallagher, right? I guess he's kind of the grizzled vet on that team at that point, right? Matheson. What was I guess the Mario sound effect? Yeah, that guy. So I think the Avalanche were actually the team that did it first. So it's when they kill off a penalty in the arena, right? Then they play the little power up sign. It's like, okay, now we're back to even strength. Oh, got a turnover and Kane, he hit the post again, point blank. Zadina, just a little wide. Sorry, I just want him to score so bad. Poor guy playing on the fourth line of Hotiuk. Working against Hole into the slot. Ah, on Quinn. Yeah, I think that I've seen him as a stopgap coach, right? Until we're actually like legitimately talented. But he's got heart. I do think that he has something to do with this team playing better recently. I don't think it's all him because Greer actually. Oh, Granlund! Oh my god! Oh, oh, Zetterlund. Granlund there had a backhander, just he kind of cut through the crease there. Somebody got stick on that. No chance, a shot, and Raymond just wide of the net. He had one of the goals earlier. Man, that was nuts. That was a butt clencher. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Justin Bailey and Kane is just alone against Kakinen and puts it off the post. Cortana got scared. Yeah, yeah. She has a moment of fear, and then she's like, "Wait, that means treats, though, right?" Here, you know what, girl? Patrick Kane hasn't scored yet, but he's gotten so. So I'm going to give you a treat. Here. Uh, Boy, yeah, but Montreal, right? They've got like, oh boy, I like Gooley. I don't watch Montreal. I hardly do, honestly, but he's probably my favorite on the team right now. And of course, Suzuki's still pretty young. Caulfield's still pretty young. I wonder what the hell's going to happen with Slavkovsky, though. I know that he's back in the top six, though. Had a Kane buzz. Yeah, watch they like trade him somewhere else. It's like if you're going to hit the post, get out. Yeah, we're at a commercial break, by the way. Yeah, CG. I mean, the fact that he's been able to rip like 6 shots in this game, that's good. And he's done that almost exclusively at like even strength. Is Cortana a mix? Oh yeah, half rot, half German Shepherd. Yeah, that sounds like a handful. Yeah, so she's Coonhound, McNabb Shepherd, German Shepherd, and maybe something else too. Taves, Kane, and Bedard. Yeah, you'd have the playmaker. You'd have guy in the mid. Well, yeah, you'd put Bedard on the wing for that one, right? Now they're just showing this comeback the Sharks have orchestrated. So wait, the Sharks they were done by 3 goals against the Islanders in the third period. I guess they said we can do better than that. Climbed back after being down by 4. The Sharks have actually done that in a playoff game before. They've come back from down 4 goals. That came in the first round of the 2011 playoffs against the Los Angeles Kings in LA. They won. They actually had the lead. They got the lead in that game. It was originally 4-0, I think, or 5-1, and then they won, I think, 6-5 in overtime on a tally by Devin Setaguchi. Oh boy, Sharks are a little undisciplined in their own zone here with some of these penalties, man, or turnovers. Oh, Backstrom had the same procedure. Yeah, man, that's another name that like I just really haven't heard much of it at all, and not for a good reason by any means. Addison, oh, Sharks winning the Stanley Cup this year. I just thought about. I mean, I will have no expectation of this team actually being a part of any conversation regarding playoffs, right? But the Sharks would basically need to, I think, finish the season with like 80 points or 78 points in their last 56 games in order to have a shot at the playoffs. So they won't. Be butthurt on Sunday. I think your psychology makes complete sense here, though. Right? They don't want to be like, oh, that game got away from us in Detroit. We need to get one win against you guys, right? That first week of the season hurt your soul. Yeah, first couple of weeks, man. Especially those 10-1 games. Although it was kind of a it was a laugh. I had a laugh over that. Jacqueline, hello. Good evening to you. 27-26. The shots are just about dead even. 12:07 left in the third period. And happy holidays to you. Do you have a favorite team? The Red Wings had iced the puck here. All right, so the Zetterlund line is out there for San Jose. That 10-1 game was laughable. Well, yeah, which 10-1 game or which 10-goal game? Duclair? Oh, yeah, Nick. I think Duclair was a great trade. All we had to trade away was a fifth-round draft pick for a guy who only cost us $3 million and has scored 30 goals before, you know? So I thought that was great. Things got a little chippy here. A couple of big hits. Not particularly, but that's cool. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, all right. Oh, Barbanov on the damn behind the net. Barbie. Ah, still got it though. And it gets shoved by Sherratt. Kane's out there. And now the Sharks, maybe some numbers the other way. Hurdle shoots off the glove. Rebound. Russo's got it. And it actually caromed off his glove. And Detroit getting the clear here. Kane. And a block pass. The Vancouver game was brutal. Yeah, but what was worse, the Vancouver one or the Pittsburgh one? The Vancouver one came first, right? I think that one was worse. Yeah. The Pittsburgh one, I was just laughing. Ooh, good shove there from Rasmussen on Addison. All right. Gagging and freezing this one. 10-13 left. Capitals have a lead for once. Yeah, I mean, it's been hard for them. It's so weird this year how they've cooled down a little recently, right? But they were winning games with Charlie Lindgren, man. I don't know how that happened. It honestly felt like rock bottom. Oh yeah, we're in the depths of the abyss, and I don't want to say that we're like making so much progress to climb out of that because most of these players won't be on the team in 2 or 3 years, right? Yeah, right. Imagine being the goaltender for that and just getting embarrassed. I hear you. Yeah, I mean the best part of our season so far has from game one to game 27 now it's been the goaltending, which is funny because that was a huge problem last year. Yeah, chance that. Oh boy, Red Wings trying to swarm the net there. Sharks kind of dodge a bullet. Oh, a fight? Oh no, Rasmussen and yeah, Rasmussen and Justin Bailey got kind of tangled up together. Some pushing and shoving at the benches. Oh, Perron went after somebody. Oh, geez, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Who has the better goalie stash, Saros or Lindgren? I haven't even seen what Charlie Lindgren looks like, honestly. Anyway, commercial break. I gotta use the restroom, especially if we're gonna go to overtime. So hold tight, guys. Watch Cortana for me, okay? Skinner has a decent duster. Actually, you're right, Jameson. Good call. Told some great jokes. Oh yeah, I'm sure she tore me a new one. All right, goalies on stilts. All right, final 9.5 here. It's actually 4-on-4 after that scrum before the commercial break. Yeah, so we'll see if either team can kind of exploit the missing skater. Oh, glove save from Huso off hurdle. What made me cheer for the Vikings? Because I'm a glutton for punishment. Um, so strangely for baseball, my first love was the Twins, and so then when I learned that Minnesota had a football team, this is like when I'm 9 years old or something like that, and then I saw that they had this awesome purple unis. I was like, yeah, I kind of like them. My first season as a fan was like I chose them basically before they drafted Randy Moss, and so my first season they went 15-1. Should have at least gone to the Super Bowl, right? All right, cop, drop pass, Petrie. All right, we're gonna get it back on. What's the biggest sport in the U.S.? It's definitely the NFL by by a pretty good margin. Although the NBA has caught up too. So it goes like for team sports, it's right. It's NFL, NBA, then MLB, and that's dropping a lot in viewership. After that, I don't know if NHL in the states is viewed as much as Major League Soccer. I think they're pretty close to each other. A Reds fan. Oh, because of Griffey. Best shark ever. Joe Thornton's the best shark of all time. But of course, Patrick Marlowe is the most iconic shark. He's Mr. San Jose Shark. NHL is still more viewed in the states though. A shot off the glove of Kakinen. Final seconds of 4-on-4. Red Wings cycling a bunch. Kane over the net. Right, Nick. That's well said, man. And now we're back to 5-on-5. But chance of Kane. Oh, great idea. Just couldn't quite connect with Rasmussen. He had him just coming down Main Street. Over Pavelski? Oh, yeah. But Pavelski's still I think if the Dallas Stars win a Stanley Cup this year, I think Pavelski, like, he definitely makes the Hall of Fame. He's got over 1,000 points. He's been a captain, gone to the final his first year as a captain. Back the other way. Eklund, nice shot, man. Came into the zone with a ton of speed. Hurdle. Shot from the point. I think that got blocked. Red Wings coming with numbers the other way. Here they come. Raymond. Drop pass. Shot. He scores. Oh, Larkin. He put that probably top shelf. Damn. All right, Cortana. Well, it's not the team that I was hoping would score next, but here you go. Yeah, that was so well orchestrated there. But yeah, that was top corner, stick side. I'll update the damn. Great shot. Kings about to, yeah, start the season with 12 straight road wins. Wow. Yeah, exactly, Scott. Like, that's like, last year was mostly all about Eric Carlson just having an incredible season, and just how fun the team was to watch when they had, Timo Meyer still. And then this year, you're right, it's like, it's the resilience of this team and just, again, like, combining kind of a bunch of misfits and alongside Tomas Hertl and doing this without their captain and finding ways to, at the least, they put up tough fights against, like, Detroit's a good team now. They, battled back against the Islanders and against the Rangers. They beat the Devils. It's like this team can't be taken as just a doormat. Why does Telltale Games follow me on Twitter? That's probably the most random but interesting question I've been asked. Because I used to kind of work in gaming. I used to write for a website, and yeah, the people who worked in like media and PR or community management there must have thought I had some pretty cool things to say about one of their games, so they followed me. Yeah, so my Twitter account, like, it goes back to like '09 when I had a blog about reviewing beers and home brewing. But yeah, we're at a commercial break, just FYI. Big city or small town? I think it's more of a small town. Hayden only has like 15,000 people. Wait, what's that, Dustin? Do you have to send another signed Jumbo photo? I need you to spell check that. Um, an '09 Winter Classic jersey while skating on Wrigley Field tomorrow. Well, considering that's where that was played, yeah, absolutely, you should go for that, man. GTA 6 trailer. I've not seen that. So yeah, like I don't really play video games anymore, but of course I love reminiscing about what I enjoyed playing back in my days. Well, the Sharks score to equalize. Hey, you know what? They were killing it with the net emptied last game. So yeah, why not? Goal, Philip Zadina. Philip Zadina. He's gonna get out there, hopefully, with the net emptied, and he'll tie things up. Uh isn't there a town in Idaho that's building the world's largest hockey stick? In Idaho of all places, huh? Huh. That's news to me. You live close to the largest stick in the world. I for some reason I would have figured that was in Minnesota, but I could be wrong, right? Man, those first few games that Zadina played, he looked. I was like, damn, I think I found my new favorite shark. But yeah, he's been kind of buried in the lineup since then. But hey, you can't just give him the spot you can't give him Granlund's spot the way he's been playing recently. You can't give him Zetterlund's spot, right? All right, 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Patrick Kane, a shot, easy routine save from Kakinen. Oh, in British Columbia. Oh yeah, the world's largest. Yes, must be really boring, dude. It's not potato fields and Napoleon Dynamite where I live. No, it's it's different. I like it though because we're not. I like not being in a city, like a real city, because I can't run out of places to hike here. You know, I could go for a hike and see anything from a grizzly bear to a moose to a coyote to a wolf to like we have anything here. Bald eagles, like it's pretty wicked cool. Diners and bar fights, uh, not so much in the way of diners. You might see some fisticuffs here and there. I don't eat potatoes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Exactly. Yeah, that's mostly in, like, I think the South somewhere in the southern region, that's where the potato farms are. Yeah, the winters keep folks away from Montana, exactly. I mean, you go to Montana and what I said about Idaho, it's even, you know, hurdle. Oh, damn. Good look. Yeah, Montana is just vast and wild, you know? I have a signed framed mantic-sized signed photo. Kane at the faceoff circle, shot blocked, down to 330 has it started snowing there yet? We've gotten a couple of snowfalls, but it's been kind of weak and underwhelming. Like, it's been a lot of wet snow. Ferraro around the net looking for Wallman's there. But the puck finds its way to the point. Banker, Ferraro to the net. Ah, come on, Hoffman. Where has Mike Hoffman been this whole game? Well, bank from behind the net. Oh, he had Sturm. Sturm. That's an easy save for Huso. Sturm. I don't know why he was backing away from the slot there. That was weird. Ah, you're in Houston, eh? Warm River, Idaho. Population 4. Interesting. Which state do you think is most deserving on the next team? I mean, oh yeah, 360 said Houston. I mean, that makes the most sense from obviously a sports market standpoint. I personally really would like to see. I'd like to see Kansas City have a team because the NBA season happens roughly at the same time as the NHL season. So Kansas City doesn't have an NBA team. I think they should get a crack at an NHL team again because those sports fans are awesome. All right, so now we're down to 245. The Sharks have emptied their net, by the way. I think they did that because the last faceoff was in the Red Wings zone. So here they come. But they got to enter the zone here. Slapped in, hurdle, jumping into the corner. All right, out to the point. Granlund. Now Duclair. Back to Granlund. Eklund. Lots of Lunds on the ice right now. Boys, we got to throw one to the net here. See, when you're trying to get the perfect setup, the other team's going to sniff it out at some point. And nearly scored the empty netter. And the puck literally just went parallel to the goal line in the crease and somehow stayed out. Kane for the empty net. Why would he be out there though when it's 6-on-5? Brian Rust now has an upper body injury. Oh boy. Yeah, man. That's been a very disappointing team so far for the most part. Yeah, Fabry nearly had the empty netter there. 0 for 32 on the power play. So wait, why did you guys bring in Carlson? Jeez, dude, that's atrocious. The Kansas City. It'd be cool if they were the Kansas City Blades, like the old IHL team. But I'd want their branding to look different. Granlund at the point, a shot, a little wide. Oh, dude! Hurdle. Excuse me, hurdle. It's tied. Do you believe? Do you believe? Poor Cortana. Oh, so they're saying that Granlund purposely put that off the front or off of the backboards. Yeah, Hurdle knew it was coming. Wow, unbelievable. Yeah, Not surprised. Okay, okay. Just as long as you guys can hear me okay. I'm sorry if again, if I ruptured anybody's eardrum, I'm sorry. Here come the Sharks again. Josh Bailey off the pad of Huso. All right, a minute left. Kakinen's back in the net, obviously. The Sharks get it into the Red Wings zone, but nobody's there. Now Veleno works it into the corner, gets behind the net, funneled out to the point. A shot from the point and a little wide of the net. Scooped up by Gossesbear, jumps down into the play. I hope I don't have a noise complaint the next day. Now just kind of a contested. Oh, maybe a shot at the side of the net and swallowed up by Kakinen with 20.8 seconds left. Everybody still here? Everything good? I didn't like. Okay, my stream says it's still going, so that's good. All right, Carl. Hey, thanks for hanging with us, dude. And hope you're well rested for your upcoming trip. All right, Dustin. I'll have to hit you up if you have no need for it. I mean, and it's a shark. I might just have to take it off your hands. Uh, 11, 11, and 3. Oh, for the Penguins. I do the same thing. None of your neighbors have complained yet. That's cool. The good thing is that one of my neighbors on this side of things is like never home, so that's good. When's the next member stream? It is on Saturday. We're going to play some Puck Doku. We haven't done that yet. What kind of beer? This was kind of an amber ale. It's out of some brewery in Fort Collins, Colorado. 90 shilling. It's good. We're going to overtime. I can't believe this, man. This game has been something. So the Sharks right now are, I think, what 7, 7, and 2 heading into this game. Like over the last what 16 games. So yeah, we're going to OT. If the Sharks win this, they're above NHL 500 in their last like 16 games or 17. Insane how many great beers there are out there. Yeah, I know, right? It's like and it can be anything, right? It's like peanut butter stout, pumpkin ales, horchata ales, uh, like something with cucumber. I swear, there's probably beers like that out there, right? What does Puckdoku entail? It's kind of it's kind of like a little hockey puzzle. Essentially, you're trying to like name. It's like you've got like categories on the top and you got categories on the side, and it's kind of like can you select a player that fits both categories? Like played at least 500 games for the Buffalo Sabres and had a season of 30 goals or more with the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's not quite that complicated. It can be, I think, but it's like, okay, can you think of a player who fits both categories like that? What's happened, Chance? Yeah, this it was a wild second period, and then the Red Wings had a beautiful goal to go ahead 5-4, and then the Sharks with the net emptied found a way to tie it up. It was Tomas Hertl off of a set play. You're watching the Steelers right now. You already heard what I had to say about the Penguins offense. Your first overall pick might not happen. Right? Wait a second. Don't we get your first round pick this upcoming draft though, right? For the Carlson, unless it's what lottery protected. All right, guys, here we go. Red Wings are 2-3 in overtime. Sharks won their one game, and that was the last game against the Islanders. All right. Here we go, guys. Overtime. Red Wings are going to bring it up. Here comes Raymond. He's got one of the goals tonight, a drop pass. Over to Larkin, stripped by Zetterlund, but collected by Larkin. Now Raymond on the wing, pulls up at the circle, tosses it back to Wallman, fires it back to the point where it's stripped, and here comes Zetterlund. He's in the line, a breakaway. He draws a penalty too. Zetterlund, Squares, game. What is this team? They did it again. They did it again. And Zetterlund drew a penalty there too, and they had a 2-on-0 at the very end there. Unbelievable. Again, I'm sorry if I ruptured your eardrum just then, but Cortana's gonna get some treats. Here, actually, let's just empty the kitchen sink. Here, just give her all the treats. Good girl. Now I have crumbs all over my laptop, but whatever. Unbelievable. Jeez. That's right. Patrick Kane played his first game as a Detroit Red Wing tonight. In case you didn't know, unbelievable. The mic cut out when I'm screaming. Oh, that's so good. That's probably important. I wonder if that's a feature on the microphone or from StreamYard. Probably from Stream. Probably from StreamYard. How does Kane look? Hey, he ripped a bunch of shots, and he hit the post twice, I think. So I mean, honestly, he nearly was the difference maker in this game. 3-1 Sabres, awesome. Hey, John, it was one heck of a game that just happened. Wow, dude. I, what would have happened if the Sharks didn't start the season 0-10? I'm honestly curious. Here, you want another one? There you go, good girl. I understand if people have to cut out, but make sure you please do leave thumbs up for if not for me, leave it for Cortana. The highlights, yeah, the highlights are going to be awesome. Stanley Cup. Like I said, we need like 76 points in our last 55 games. Did Larkin play good? Yeah. Um, he had that go-ahead goal, which was great. Wow, dude. They're just gonna replay the OT goal. Yeah, yeah. Don't miss the highlights if you weren't able to watch this game. But yeah, Zetterlund to Granlund. The Lunds do it again, man. We are a team of Lunds. Damn it, makes me regret getting rid of my Sweden flag. You like the fan base, Rose Dean? Well, I have to applaud I have to applaud any Knights fan who took that one. But I was just like, okay, I'm gonna say it, and then we're back to normal. Huso couldn't stop a beach ball. He was amazing the first period, though. Hudson, Vinny Hudson. Sharks gonna Stanley Cup. Exactly, Evan. Exactly. Unreal, man. Who got all the goals for the Sharks? Let's Red Wings defense is pathetic. Yeah, or I mean, just like hanging on to the puck at the top of your zone. Dan, there you are. See, I manifested the good Sharks energy, rocking the original teal back to the days when Jamie Baker was scoring big goals in game sevens, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry, your birthday game was on Tuesday, clearly, right? It's more of defense. Yeah, I mean, because the Sharks had just grade A after grade A chance. I wouldn't fault Huso because again, the guy was standing on his head earlier in the game. But yeah, by the way, Kings win 4-0. They have the best start to any season by a team on the road, winning, I think their 11th or 12th straight on the road. That's incredible. But the goals tonight for the Sharks, actually here, I'll pull up my screen here for anybody who's curious. But damn, this is again another just gutsy win by the Sharks. I'm blown away that this team has found that with this group. Honestly, a lot of fringe NHL players or guys playing on the second line who would normally be, third, if not maybe fourth line players. So I have to give David Quinn first and foremost. I got to give him a lot of credit. And Tomas Hertl, the dude has basically Hertl has been the captain of the team this year. Plain and simple, right? Ferraro's a big leader, and so's Nico Sturm. But yeah, I mean, for Hurdle to lead by example, that's a huge piece of this as well. But yeah, it was Costin, and I mean, like both teams had some really good chances going into that, and certainly I think the Sharks had more of the chances, but Huso again was awesome leading up to the comeback. And again, you can't point the finger at him too much. Yeah, yeah, Ranger Central. You gotta give the man credit. I gave the Detroit run. Oh my! Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Freudian slip. I want Celebrini still. But yeah, I know that my banner's kind of. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way. Uh, Zegers being horrible. I haven't watched any Ducks hockey honestly, so I can't comment. So Kostin Rasmus. Yeah, look at that. So not even 4 minutes after it's Rasmussen, and then I kid you not, 13 seconds later, I didn't even see it because I was experiencing a login issue. And then so the Red Wings had 3 goals in the span of what is that? 49 seconds? 3 goals in 49 seconds. But the Sharks just 18 seconds, or excuse me, 28 seconds after that, Hurdle, his 8th of the year, and then 38 seconds after that, Zetterlund, and then a minute and 6 seconds after that, it's Sturm, and at the end of the period, that's what the backbreaker is, heading into the locker room for Detroit, even though they pull ahead later on, that goal being from Nico Sturm, his second of the season, second of the game. Costin, former Blue. Yeah, dude, the guy played really well when he came over to the Oilers, and he looked really good, in the first half of this game too. You've had it with Huso already. I've said it before with Huso. He's best as a 1A, in terms of like the workload he can get. But yeah, it sucks that the Red Wings. I still think that they're a little bit weak in goal, even though I like Huso just like fine as part of a tandem. But anyway, Zetterlund is a god. Yeah, man, Zetterlund, his penalty killing and of course forcing that turnover and drawing the penalty as well in the OT, getting the A at the end of the season for us. Maybe some people have been talking about like if Duclair is able to sign a deal with us because he's on the last year of his contract. I could maybe see that, but I personally like just having one captain and 2 alternates. Um, Hurdle and Quinn get the credit. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then so yeah, 2 for Nico Sturm tonight. 2 for Rasmussen. I didn't even acknowledge that those 2 goals that came within 13 seconds of each other were Michael Rasmussen. You thought he was going to pull a Bill Mozenko and score 3 in 21. And then, yeah, the winner, or excuse me, the tying goal tonight from Hurdle with the net empty to 18:31, and then Granlund 37 seconds in overtime. What a game. All right, guys, I got to get myself some dinner. I got to clean up these crumbs from Cortana's treats. And Cortana would be a better goalie than Huso. We'll leave it at that. That's the perfect way to close things out. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I really do appreciate that. This was a real fun one. We might be doing this for more Sharks games, honestly, the way that this team is actually showing up. Oh, hey, Haley. Thanks for jumping in here. I am going to sign off for the evening, though. But yeah, you're welcome to join another stream like this if you want to see a team that's actually winning some games these days. Have a great night, everybody. You're wonderful, and I'll talk to you again real soon.